Fall gardening essentials are what not to plant as cooler weather approaches. As the crispness of autumn sweeps across the landscape, many gardeners find themselves eagerly planning their fall gardens. The allure of this season lies not only in the changing colors of the leaves but also in the opportunity to cultivate a thriving garden that can establish strong roots before winter sets in. However, the arrival of cooler weather brings with it certain challenges, as not all plants are suited for in-ground planting during this time. Understanding which plants to avoid can be the key to a successful autumn gardening experience. With the transition to fall, gardeners are reminded that frost-tender, short-lived, or mold-prone plants are best left for spring planting when the risk of frost has passed. This includes various bulb varieties, cold-sensitive shrubs, and smaller perennials that lack the ability to develop a robust root system necessary for winter survival. When subjected to the harsh conditions of late autumn, these vulnerable plants can experience stunted growth or, in more severe cases, perish entirely. Another crucial aspect to consider is the growth cycle of plants. Certain species have growth patterns that do not align well with the cooler fall temperatures. Some plants may require a longer growing season to reach maturity, while others may naturally enter dormancy as daylight hours decrease and temperatures drop. Thus, planting them in the fall may lead to poor establishment and growth. To assist gardeners in making informed decisions, experts have identified specific plants that should be avoided for fall planting. Here, we present a comprehensive list of plants that, while popular, are ill-suited for autumn sowing. 1. Canna lily. Renowned for their vibrant tropical flowers and lush foliage, canna lilies thrive in warm soil. Ankit K. Singh, assistant professor at the University of Maine, advises against planting these in the fall, stating that they require warm temperatures to sprout and grow effectively. 2. Hibiscus. While hibiscus can be planted in spring or summer, it is not recommended for fall planting. Singh notes that these plants need warm soil to establish properly before the winter chill sets in. 3. Tuberose. This hardy plant, known for its fragrant blooms, is not frost-tolerant. Mary Turner, a master gardener, explains that tuberose should not be planted in fall because cold and damp conditions can lead to tuber rot. Ideally, it should be planted in late spring. 4. Cornflower. Echinacea, or cornflower, is considered short-lived and sensitive to frost. Planting it in fall can expose it to frost damage before it has a chance to establish roots, leading to potential death. 5. Gladiolus. Gladiolus bulbs can be divided into two groups. Some can be left in the ground, while others are sensitive to temperature and may rot if planted in fall. Turner suggests digging up the bulbs in the fall and replanting them in the spring. 6. Dahlias. While some gardeners may leave dahlias in the ground, they are not suited for fall planting. Turner warns that dahlias do not tolerate cold or wet conditions, often turning to mush in overly moist environments. 7. Basil. Known for its culinary uses, basil is extremely sensitive to cold. Singh emphasizes that fall planting can lead to stunted growth or frost damage before harvest. However, basil can thrive indoors year-round. 8. Tomatoes. A staple in home gardens, tomatoes are warm-season plants that cannot withstand frost. Singh cautions that fall planting exposes them to cold, which can hinder growth and prevent fruiting. 9. Cucumber. As a warm-season crop, cucumbers require warm soil and air temperatures. Planting them in the fall increases the risk of frost damage and poor growth. 10. Zucchini. Like cucumbers, zucchini thrives in warm weather and is susceptible to frost. Singh warns that fall planting may result in poor fruit set and a higher risk of damage. 11. Eggplant. Eggplants are sensitive to cold and require a long growing season. Singh explains that fall planting in most regions of the United States would likely lead to inadequate growth and fruiting. 12. Mustard greens. These greens can fail during the winter months if planted in fall due to stress from transpiration. As the ground freezes, plants cannot access moisture, making spring the best time for mustard greens. In summary, while the excitement of fall gardening can be enticing, it is essential to approach it with knowledge and caution. By avoiding the planting of frost-sensitive and short-lived plants during this season, gardeners can ensure that their efforts yield fruitful results. A well-planned fall garden, aligned with the unique challenges of the season, not only enhances the gardening experience but also fosters a deeper appreciation for the seasonal rhythms of nature. As autumn unfolds, gardeners are encouraged to embrace this knowledge to cultivate a thriving garden that can weather the winter ahead.